So just came from a ride. Around 27 minutes ride time. Trip time is 2 minutes longer. Um, not sure what kind of edit I'll do for this, but maybe it will just be a discussion, and while the ride is playing in the background, like commentary. Yeah. It was what? Let's see, total distance 29 miles, which is about 50 kilometers, right? In an hour and a half. It was hard, it was tough, but you'll see it. There'll be a short ride somewhere right before. So thanks for watching.
Yeah, so this is the beginning of the ride. I normally meet these guys a bit up the road from my road a little bit. So this is me meeting up with them. I just stopped so that they'll catch up and pass. So I'll be in the middle while they catch up. So this ride starts at the time will be there. The time. This ride starts at 6 a.m. on Saturday morning. So it's the fastest group ride on a weekend. It's literally a race. So guys from Kingston, Maypen, Spanish Town, Portmore, and even from Mandeville at times to come up on a Saturday morning to participate in this ride. So it's a pretty big group. I'd say maybe 50 guys up at least in this group ride each Saturday. So this ride was done not I don't remember. Maybe this is a 2 week ago ride. I'm just uploading it because I'm lazy. So just uploading this ride. So beginning it's pretty easy. It's just downhill, so everyone just rolls through. The ride don't really start as yet. You know, everybody just saying morning, hailing, rolling through, taking the time to go down. Right, so I'm not sure if maybe I'll have to point him out again. In this group there is, can't see him now, but I'll show you. Jamaica's once top ride. It might be getting back there soon, hopefully. He met in an accident maybe a year ago or so. Broke his arm, but he's back on the bike. He's been back on the bike even when his arm was in the sling. That's him in the middle here. So if you can see, one of his arms is much smaller than the other one, so it's really atrophy. But it's good that he's on the bike. Yeah. So he's coming back. He's still fitter than me, at least. And I'm no standard. So he's doing really well. Hopefully he'll be back in top form soon, representing the country. We have some other young guys coming up doing really well. So it's a bit dark. It's maybe a little after 6, about 6:15 a.m. or so. So I think at this point I was trying to ride up to see the difference in his arm, just so I can show it. So if you can see his left arm is pretty small compared to his right. Yeah, so it's really small. I think I'm not sure if it's strapped onto the bike just for support, but you can see it's pretty small. Yo, it's skinny, right? But he's back on the bike. His legs are still good, so that's he's ridden previously before he got there. Yeah, whatever. So I skipped that forward, stop recording. I was just trying to show that. So this is at the right. This is where we meet up with the other guys from like Portmore and Clarendon. You see these guys in the yellow. That's Portmore Cycling Club. This guy, the orange. No, that's not it. So, you know, we're just cruising here. Still, the ride hasn't really gotten together yet. They haven't started pushing the pace yet, so it's still just warming up. I never managed to warm up at this stage. And this ride we do 3 loops. They do 3 loops most of the time, all the time on Palisades Road. When it's hard, I manage 1. Sometimes I manage 2 loops, but recently I've managed to do 3 loops. That was yesterday. I'm uploading this. Today is the 17th. I'll be uploading this on the 17th. So the 16th, the ride on the 16th, I didn't manage to record. But I managed 3 loops on that ride. It was easy because today was supposed to be a race. So I guess they went easy because a lot of them will be doing that race today. I didn't get to do that race because I had some family things to sort out. Didn't get back home from country till 3 a.m. in the morning. So we have some familiar friends in this group. My guy here, Robert. So you can see the guys are kind of picking up the pace now. I should be watching the speed while I'm recording this so I can comment based on the speed. So I'll be pausing. Alright, so I'm back. So the pace picking up now. So this is still the ride really still haven't started yet, so we'll just stretch it. Alright, so this is us out by the course now, main course where the ride really kicks off. So as you can see, really driving the pace, and this is the first loop, and the first loop is always harder for me because your body getting this quick jolt into just being 100% under pressure. Legs not warm, chest up beat out of your face, right? So you can see up the road a break. There's a gap. So the second group trying to catch back the first group, and they're really driving the pace. So you see that gap right there, farming, and the guys are way up the road. Really, and I'm in suffer zone at this stage. I wish I had my heart rate monitor. I don't remember what this was behind. I think this is Tam. No, this is Gavin. So Gavin did his turn on the front. Pace dropping, so swing off. Right, and now I'm on the front trying to close this gap, and I did a good little pull and I swung off, but whoever was behind me, they didn't come around and my pace didn't drop, so I just kept pushing it till I reach, till I caught back with the group. And as I caught with the group, you can see them pushing again, and I'm dying at this point. It's Kevin. So they're pushing still, and you can see I'm losing. I'm barely holding on. So I'd swing off. I think the guy showed something at me here, I don't know. But I couldn't catch them, so at this point, first lap, I'm saying, yo, it seems as if I'm riding alone. So pull off. I'm just hoping now that they slow down and I can catch a wave. Don't think, if I remember clear, I didn't get dropped yet in this ride. So I just, I know, passing so fast. So yes, road now slope. I'm in the back where I can manage the pace, kind of recover. So hold it here. So these guys, this race, I say race. It's just a ride, but it's a race. And they drive the pace and every day. It's a lot of guys out there. So like you can see, I was not at the front, and you see how many guys pass me. They're really strong out because pace is high. Now this guy on this Specialized, he always rides at the back, and he's a strong rider, but you don't want to be on his way because he always has a little gap open between him and the main back, and if you're not as strong as him, you will get dropped. So when I saw him, I knew that it's not a safe place for me if I want to make it on this ride. So I just made sure I didn't go on his way, and I stayed in front of him. So see what's happening now? There's a little gap open, so I just made sure I quickly close that gap. Because out here the wind is always, as you can see, left and right is just sea. So out here it's always windy. Sometimes you have a tailwind, lucky, maybe once a month you get a tailwind. But it's always cross our head. Headwind. Always. You get a nice tailwind, it's beautiful. So, in this ride, if you're not as fit as everybody else like me, just have to ride smart, stay, don't go on the front ever. You're on the front. If you're on the front, you die. If you're on the back, you will also die. So you just have to find a wheel that is strong, a little bit stronger than everybody else. So you just have to ride smart. Stay on the inside because the baseline is always majority of the time on the outside. It's that guy going. Actually, let's try. Space, still a high pace, but it looks slow, but guys really driving the pace. 21 kilometer per hour. So I think I did 2 loops on this day, but I really hurt myself, and because on this day I have about 3 or 4 loops that ride. 2 at this roundabout, they would not turn, they would go straight ahead to Port Royal. So you have 2 groups that go that way, and this one big group that does loops on Palisadoes Road. So on the second loop, the guys that go to Port Royal generally meet up, luckily, most of the time, at the top of that roundabout, and they just join the ride. And I think that happened, you'll see it in the video. That happened on this ride. Out of that roundabout, I'm kind of skittish on the corner, so always out of that roundabout I have to chase. So they start driving the pace again here. But this really, the intervals have to be, and mines aren't that good. You have to work on your intervals, because 1 minute you're cruising at 40, and then it jump to 45. Right, on this road they also have walkers and runners, because it's like a hot spot for exercise on Saturday mornings, maybe even more morning. I'm only out here most of the time, Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. So, driving the pace now. And on this road, we generally block the entire lane that we're in. So cars have to overtake like we're actual cars. Sometimes it gets sketchy where a car comes up in our lane, right? You just have to ride and focus. So it's sunrise now at almost 7 a.m. Sun coming up. You can see again pace, and at the back, when you're closer to the back, you get many more surges because small gaps always open and they're always closing. Because you can't, no one wants to get dropped, so the pace kind of mellow because in this direction there's generally a greater headwind than opposite direction. So we generally have a headwind here. So even though you see us going at a slow pace than before, the effort is the same as you're fighting the wind. So I'm just trying to hold on at this point because this is still the first loop, and I remember what's here. I should upload these videos much sooner because so when it's fresh in my mind. I don't want to miss anything. I think something happened at some point. So this, I'll be uploading this entire one. I'll put what you call it now, timestamps and the bits that I found interesting and you may find interesting as well. Right. So I'm just going up on the inside here because it's getting stretched out and I don't want it becomes too stretched out and I have to fight to stay on. So this is Marlo I'm behind. Marlo is still really good. Just riding. He came out on one with his arm in a strap I think the week before. And he rode the entire ride. So this guy, big up to him. Really good. So I'm on his wheel. It's important to choose somebody. You see, if you're behind somebody's wheel who is pacing is consistent with the rider in front, where you're not losing the wheel surging, that's good for you. If your interval is that good, because you're able now to maintain a good pace or a manageable pace. So if you were somebody who could not hold the wheel, be surging, that would definitely have me suffering. That is good. In a bunch ride like this, wheel choices is important. So I think right. Generally this ride goes at 2 abreast. Inside lane, the lane to the left, to the sidewalk, it's generally the slower lane, so if you're coming off front. Then 3, maybe 3 abreast. Generally it's 2. That's most people who is coming off, or if they don't have the legs, you stay on the inside. If you have the legs, you feel good, or you just want to move up in a group, not be on the back, go on the outside. So it generally rotates, like it's a general understanding of the ride. Rotate like that. Sometimes it's strung out and it's just single file, and that's when you really suffer. Because imagine you have 50 guys, single file. There is little to no protection, right? And I've always said it's hard to appreciate back of a never been on the front. But on this, you have to appreciate because look at that place. Shit. Okay, so the pace really driving now. So we're almost finishing the first loop and going down to the roundabout. Not here yet, a bit. So the first loop is, and at this stage, so oh shit, what about you? Yeah, I think I'm looking at the sync of this thing. Be fine. Maybe I hit my brake there just now. So I went down. We're coming up on the roundabout now. So that car that just shot past us is our support vehicle. So what he does is he goes ahead to block off the roundabout for incoming traffic, so we can go around much safer. So he's ahead of us now. Wondering if this thing. Yeah. So we're coming up on the roundabout now, and as I mentioned before, these roundabouts I'm not too good at going around them at pace. So see, he blocks the road right there, and there's a bunch of gravel here. So we're going around the roundabout now. I tend to go on the outside, so if somebody wants to pass on the inside, they can do that and I'm not blocking anyone. So see me losing the wheel. So I have to chase back here, so see my pace really good. So I have to chase back on here, and this is where we generally might have a cross tailwind, so there's less headwind here and they're always driving pace. So see, we're going at, this is 55 kilometers, and look at that guy outside by himself, gone. Alright, so we're really strung out now and he's making his way up to the top. Really driving the pace here. And this is the second one. Oh god. Alright. So you have to really hold on. So by this time I'm warm. So it's not as hard to maintain the pace. So I generally find my groove by the second loop. Right, so it's like you have to hold it. So you're in it now to the end. So you have one more loop before you can say come off. This guy's real. The Jamaica jersey. Don't you? This guy. Alright. So they're driving the pace. I think maybe generally there's a break that's gone. Probably it's gone by now. I'm nowhere near the front to even see if the break is gone. I'm just in here trying to hold on. This is a bike that I want to get, Specialized Alice Sprint, but I plan to get the one in disc someday soon. Nice bike. This guy on the outside here, very strong rider. I think he's one of the guys from Maypen. It's always talking. Always. We're just here now, maintaining a pace. And as I said, always searching. Because there's always a group that is trying to get away, and most of the times they are successful in getting away from the main group. Yeah, we still wanted this guy to go on the inside, so I could go on. He didn't move. That's the guy talking to this guy. He's always talking, having fun. I wish to be as fit as him one day where I can ride at this pace and enjoy the ride, but be casual enough to have a conversation at these paces. Right now you just have to focus on not popping on the back. Yeah. Laugh on it. So maybe I should. We're halfway there. This is, I think, this is national coach. Very steady rider. Very, very steady rider. His wheel is a steady wheel to be on. One piece. So I wanted to go in now, but I don't want to be on the outside, so I slowed down. I think this guy came up and just asked me for coach's wheel, and I said, yeah man, do it. So I took his wheel instead. Strong rider, this guy. Quick question. So generally I record with one of two perspectives. So this GoPro is mounted on the front of the bike on this ride. The other perspective is where the GoPro is mounted on my chest. So that perspective, you would see my bike, my arms on the bike. So you'll see when I change position on the bike, and you can have an idea of the effort based on what you're seeing, versus this where all you're seeing is just other riders. I prefer personally the other perspective where my arms are showing. You see some of our older videos, you'll see that. So maybe next time I'll be recording from that perspective, because to me it's a more interesting watch from that perspective. So we're coming up on the halfway point for the second loop. Okay, going up on the outside. I think those are the guys that will make a break. There's this, in the group there are a few ladies that ride with us, maybe 2 or 3. There's one on my inside there, and then there's one, she might be behind, further down in the back. I was behind her on the roundabout. She's not behind the road, so that sky, red shirt, indicating to her, hey, come, you know. So they always ride together in a pack. His wheel, she can't trust his wheel. So yes, right there. So coming up on the roundabout now. And I go on the inside, as I specifically go on the inside because I want to be on the outside of the roundabout. No, I don't like to be on the inside. I have a maybe irrational fear of bike skidding on the inside and the roundabout, drop and everybody ride about. So if I drop on the outside and just pass. Go on the outside, I go on the inside here coming up on the roundabout. So now we're about to face the winds. Outside here, and see again little gap opening up, so right out of it you have to put in the pressure now, stay on. gonna string out again. Driving this. So this is the group from Port Royal now. So everyone now is meeting up together. And generally what they do is just tag on in the group and everybody ride together going. But no, not everybody ride together going, because there's one more loop left for the main group. So they do 3 loops. They used to do one. Maybe in the past at some point they used to do one, yes. But since I've been cycling, I've been doing 2, and then maybe in the last year or so they upped it to 3 loops. So these guys, this skinny guy here, green shirt here, and this is another guy, right? He's maybe almost 60. Very good rider. Right? So it's a bigger, even more massive group now. So we're way down to the end. Alright, and this ride, this part of the ride, you start getting some shelter. This guy's wheel is really experienced. He knows where to put his wheel. Right, so I chose his wheel for the remainder of the ride. No, I didn't do the 3 loops. Maybe I could have, but I just decided not to. Maybe I couldn't. But the guys that come from the quads here. So the skinny guy that I pointed out before, that was me and him talking. So he was asking me what loop we're on. So it took me a bit to count it up, but finally figured. So we're on the second loop now. And here is a bigger group, so kinda mellowed out. I think the brake got away and there was no chasing. So and at some point the older guys were saying this was too slow. Right? It's too slow. But then we're jeering on. They also said the young guy should attack me. One of the younger guys. I wasn't prepared physically or mentally to do something like that. So it's right time now. Yes, picking back up. They got the message. Right. So we're on the second loop. I'm still on insurance. But he chooses his wheels well. He chooses his wheels well. And I chose his wheel. Good. I'll stay on the inside again. Inside, safest place. Alright. This group. Stay out of the way of the pieces. Stay in the back. It's a bit dark because of the sun. Now 7 a.m. Time. No problem. Alright. So the pace is a bit mellow now. I guess they're holding it out. So one guy attack. Alright. So he got the message. Say young boy should attack. So there's nothing much happening here at this point. So you can just watch. But this is my last one. I didn't go on the third loop. So if you can see up the road on the inside just now, the guys are way up. This stretch is maybe quarter mile long. the riders maybe fill up about quarter mile, right? Or maybe more, right? So really stretched out, man. Now, if these guys, this was a more organized ride in terms of everybody not trying to kill everybody. The bunch stayed together bigger. We could probably hold a much higher pace. Probably. Right? I don't know. Maybe. But because it's always, you know, and the road narrows to steep, so maybe the road will facilitate such a thing. Like, it would be great if I mean, we couldn't lock off this road because the major airport in Kingston is at the end of this road. So, and we can't week on Saturdays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays because traffic, right? Cause traffic. So if you're late for a flight on a Saturday morning, between your flight is 6 a.m. Let's say your flight is 8 a.m. and you come out here 6:30 or 7 a.m. Try to catch your flight, you will be late, probably. Very likely. Because it will be hard, it's quite difficult to get around when you're riding like this. It's a traffic pile of items. So we go out early enough in the weekdays. We go out at 4:30 in the weekdays. So I think we have to come here after. Right? So no, pay attention to this now. Something coming up really interesting because we're coming up to the roundabout now. This guy, he rides every Saturday. Out there by himself. He's in a raincoat now. Don't know why, maybe he saw a forecast for rain. He was in a raincoat just now. So we're coming up on the roundabout now, and the main group doing 3 loops. Some guys turning off to do and on their final loop. So this is the next lady. Shirt. So you see, you can see this slowing down. So you see this guy indicating that he's coming across. So the main group going around, and so if you look closely, look at this. See this lady crossing the road. So I had to shout because and she stopped. Good thing she stopped on the road because somebody would have hit her. And maybe you heard it. Like when she almost died, she's saying, well, everybody going that way. I mean, she was right from what she saw, but I mean, just wait until the road is clear. So this is this is mainly the group from that went to Port Royal. They're heading back in, and some from the main group, like me and some others. So we're tagging with these guys now to go in. Didn't go on the 3rd loop. So generally right here, you know, you just regroup, rest the legs, take a sip of water, take a sip of Gatorade, whatever you had, after sip, take a sip. Ask about the ride. Alright. They're just easy here. So generally we have, there's no wind this side of the road, so we're heading back into Kingston now. Start. So I find it, this is time travel. It's on a TV thing, right? So for some reason while riding, I look at my phone, shadow. You can see my shadow right here above the time, kind of tucking in. Because And these guys, even though they're the secondary group, they're still driving the pace. This TT here. So I needed as much shelter as possible. So she's on her TT bike, so she doesn't have the control we could really stay on a wheel of a road bike. So she gave them space, and that space now, well, I'm on her wheels. That's less protection for me, and I don't want to get dropped. I think at some point I went around just the other wheel of the guy in front. She has a little gap. And even though this group we're not going as fast as the other group, this is still a respectable pace. When you've gone to Port Royal and when you've done 2 moves, right? The road gets a little bit choppy here, so no, there are guys on my way, but I'm not sure. This stage, we're just worried about it. You see, she came up out the bars as the road got really bad. This is where I think I went around her as the gap is open. Yeah. So I just got in front of her. She got back up my wheel, or maybe she kept the space open. I'm not sure. So on this ride, as I think I mentioned earlier, I felt some pain in my calf. Got a sharp, like somebody took my calf and stabbed it. Right? I'll get back a cadence sensor so it in water got in it on my right anyway last. So there's no cadence information. The heart rate monitor broke as well, and that ride broke everything. And the machine. So we're now driving the base. This is the final leg into Kingston, and there's the general understanding is drive the base here and then there's a sprint. So just driving it. So there's a little gap between this guy and the one in front. Now I didn't feel too bad on this stretch. I didn't feel too bad. I wasn't struggling. This is Evan. She came off. Evan, this guy. I think last year or a year now. The improvement that this guy went through is impressive. He was twice that size. I don't know what he needs to write a book and publish it on his progress. So now I think we're coming up on a bridge, but it's very flat, and then there's a little bridge, so it's me and him now in the front. Not sure who else is behind. After this stretch, I knew that I didn't have much, and he's sitting on the front pretty long, bringing me out like a wet rag. Right. So coming up now, you don't know that this is a slope, and you won't see it in this video that this is a slope, but when you're holding on for dear life, any slight change in gradient gets you. So this is a hill. This is a hill that you're seeing. So go over it. Now I'm on the front now, so I intended to hold the front until there's another hill, a real hill coming over a bridge. So what I plan to do, I think this is just me animals, but I don't know if it's animal. So what I had planned to do is right before we start. Shit. So we have some background music now. Yeah. So coming up on a hill now, and I had planned to come off right before we start the hill climb. So I just held on as long as I could because I knew they'll slow down climbing the hill. So when they slow down, I will be able to, by the time we're over the hill, I'll be at the back and I should be able to just tag back on. So that was the plan I had in mind. So see, I come off now. So everybody should pass because I'm tired. So the plan was, by the time we crest the hill, I'll be at the back and I'll just ride the wave down the hill, tag back on. That was the plan. Almost didn't work, but it did, luckily. So this is the final stretch now. So so I had to do a little chase here to get back on the wheel, and I think they slowed down here so I could catch back on, but they didn't much. So back on now, and I'm always looking at my shadow. So I don't know what he's doing. I think someone went off at the front. Not sure. So this is the final stretch to the end of the ride. So as you can see, some guys moving up. And you can see the pace is driving now. They're driving the pace real hard. So there's a guy up the front. I think he's Evan. Gone. We're driving the pace now. No, I said driving the pace a lot, but that's really what's happening. So the understanding here is that you go as hard as you can, and I wasn't feeling too bad here, and everyone is up the road, so as you can see. So now with this guy soft pedaling, I felt like I could do a little bit more, so I went out here. Oh no, it's not here. So right here I went out, and now my aim was to just go as hard as I could, and I'm looking at my clock and I see what I'm doing, and I still couldn't pass this guy. So I had to dig deep, and I didn't know who is at my way. I don't know, I didn't care. Right, so I was just going, right? I was just pushing it as fast as I could. Now here I think I broke something. That was the fastest, and I didn't get out the saddle at any point because I can't sprint to save my life. So I didn't get out the saddle. It was just high cadence, and because of that I felt a sharp pain in my calf. Now I should start practicing how to sprint. So in cases like this, when I'm going that hard, if I can dig a little deeper, sprinting would do just much more. Right? So right here the ride finish, and it's always who come first at this point. They really mark it down as who come first. See? So ride finish, and we cruise in at this point. just take your time reaching. So while you guys let's just think about makes sense.
Just now, I'm still on reach 32. You could have sprint. Probably could have get up and do more. You can't sprint.
I think I'll insert the ride summary, which is a really video to show you the course. Guys that have watched enough. So this is the ride summary where I meet up with the group, and then where the Portmore guys met up with the entire group. So you can see that's Palisades Strip where I did 2 loops on a top speed of 57 kilometers. And that's Evan, that's where the Port Royal group met up with us. And final stretch, right done. Thanks for watching, guys.